Hey guys, welcome back to Healing is the Key to Elevate. Okay, so you see the title, okay? And this message is for everyone out there who feels like they are in isolation or they're just separated from people, okay? Let's get into it. So, if you are separated or isolated from everyone right now, let me tell you something. This is on purpose. God has put you in isolation, okay? And in isolation, that does not mean He's punishing you, okay? So the thing is, you are in isolation because it's time for you to heal. It's time for you to focus on your purpose. It's time for you to get to know yourself, okay? A lot of people that's in isolation, if you notice, like for me, for example, when I first got put into isolation, I was going through a very difficult time in my life. I mean, I was losing friends. It was like I was just losing everything. I lost my apartment, um, relationships, going through it with my family, and it was literally God put me in a position to where like I literally could not call on anyone but Him. Okay, and after that, I noticed that I was to myself a lot. Okay, I had just got out of an abusive relationship as well. So after I was really to myself a lot, and something inside of me just kept telling me to work on myself. Okay, and normally, listen, that's not the first time something has ever told me to go work on myself, but I usually ignore it. Like, I usually ignore it and then go distract myself with something else. But this specific time, I heard that voice loud and clear. So, when I first began to do the shadow work, um, I noticed that my blessings, like blessings start pouring, like coming to me. Like you know, a lot of new opportunities was offered to me, and I'm like, okay, like we getting somewhere. But it did begin to a point to where I feel like I was going through depression, and some of us we do get to that point. But trust me, you're not going through depression. You're actually feeling the notions of you going through a healing process, right? Let me tell you something. When I began to just be the first year, when I began to just be by myself, um, I noticed when I was doing the shadow work, I would cry a lot. And one specific time, I was doing some healing work, and I cried. I cried like a newborn baby. Oh my God, I cried. And that's what because things started to come up. Okay, a lot of things that I have done that was done to me, just a lot of hurt, and oh my God, let me tell you something. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't. That pain is yeah, it's something else. But if you are in that space right now where you're feeling like you're going through depression, you feel like the pain is unbearable, you feel like you're all alone, let me tell you, you're not alone. You're not alone, okay? This is actually the best time that you can use to get closer to God and to work on yourself, because it's your time to heal so that you can walk in your purpose. And it's not easy, you know? It's not easy, but you are qualified and you have been called. So you can keep ignoring it, like I was trying to do. I kept trying to ignore it, but it taunts you, it talks to you, it does a lot to where you're like, okay, like, let me do the work. Um, but yeah, you guys, you're not alone, okay? Communicate with God. And as you communicate with God and search for those answers and start to heal those wounds, you will notice that it will start to get easier, okay? That doesn't mean that the test in life is not going to come, but it will get easier, okay? And I'm going to tell you, I've been on this for a couple of years. It's not easy, but it's well worth the rewards you receive. Um, and you have to look at things on a positive side, because think about it. A lot of people who's walking around right now and they're going through things, or if they're in bad relationships and all that, like, they need to heal as well. So this is not like a thing where God is just picking on you, or wants you to suffer. He's calling you to do the work so that you can live a better life. You can have a fulfilled life, you know? And, I will say this journey for me has been amazing. A few years ago during the pandemic, I was in a real toxic relationship. I was in a very dark place. And the relationship that I was in, it was so bad. Like, I've never experienced anything like this. And it was so bad, it drove me to go heal, and we're put in certain situations to get us to go on the path that we're supposed to be on. And after I left that person, it made me really think, why would I be with someone like this? Why am I choosing to deal with someone like this? And that, I guess you could say, I got very curious about my own self, because I needed to figure out what was wrong with me to want to be with someone like that. What traumas was I suffering from that wanted me to be with someone like that and justify his actions? Okay, so that's when I really just start to dive deep on myself, after that relationship. And things that came up was things that I never just gave knowledge to what was hurting me and what I was searching for. And see, you guys, we all have this habit of wanting to get out of a person, okay? We want to get things that we didn't have in our childhood out of a person. And sometimes that causes us to stay in situations that are very toxic, because it's only fulfilling us for a moment, because we're getting something from the situation that feeds our childhood wounds. And I had to realize that, and I had to go deep within. So I say this, and I made this video because hopefully I can encourage someone to keep going down that path of healing. If you are in isolation mode, keep going down that road to healing and seek God for answers, because that is the only person who can heal you and make you whole, okay? And elevate you to where you need to be. and realize that you are special. You can't be out here doing what everyone else is doing. You know, let me ask you guys something, because this is what something that I noticed about me. Like, even if I try to be a messed up person or do somebody how they do me, listen, it don't take long at all for God to spin the block on me and be like, hey, you know, and kind of like chastise me. And that's something that I had to realize I'm very blessed to actually experience, because it's a reminder that I can't do what everybody else out here is doing. I can't move like that. I have to move in purpose, and you do too. So I encourage you guys to stay on this path and to seek God. Okay? And actually, I want to share something with you guys. There's this book that I've been reading, and it's called The Miracle Power of the Mind. Okay? And it's by Joseph Murphy. And I've been reading this book, and oh my goodness, it has really been helping me, like through my meditations, or just even when I'm writing in my journal. It helps me really get a better perspective on the mind and how it works, right? And that the power is always within you, okay? That God within you. So if you guys are interested, get this book. I ordered mine on Amazon, but get this book because it really will help with your subconscious mind, and it will help you to believe in yourself, okay? And not fear, you know, not fear things. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? Like this video if you're feeling it, or if it resonated with you, or because you watched it. Okay, guys, until next video.